The Quran, as the central religious text of Islam, contains numerous principles that are foundational to Islamic leadership. Here are some key principles derived from the Quran that guide Islamic leadership. Tawhid, oneness of God. The principle of Tawhid asserts the absolute unity and sovereignty of Allah, God. Islamic leaders are reminded of their ultimate accountability to God and the importance of aligning their actions and decisions with divine guidance. This principle emphasizes the need for leaders to prioritize righteousness, justice, and compassion in their leadership practices, recognizing that they are ultimately accountable for their stewardship. Justice, ADL. The Quran repeatedly emphasizes the importance of justice as a fundamental principle of Islamic governance and leadership. Leaders are commanded to uphold justice and fairness in all aspects of their governance, treating individuals equitably and ensuring that the rights and dignity of all members of society are protected. The Quranic injunction, O you who have believed, be persistently standing firm in justice, witnesses for Allah, even if it be against yourselves or parents and relatives. Quran 4:135, underscores the imperative for leaders to prioritize justice even in challenging circumstances. Consultation, Shura. The Quran advocates for the principle of Shura, or consultation, as a cornerstone of Islamic leadership. Leaders are encouraged to consult with their followers and stakeholders, seeking their input and advice in matters of governance and decision-making. The Quran states, and those who have responded to their Lord and established prayer and whose affairs are determined by consultation among themselves, and from what we have provided them, they spend. Quran 42:38, highlighting the importance of collective decision-making and consensus building in Islamic leadership. Humility and accountability. Islamic leaders are reminded of the importance of humility and accountability before Allah and their fellow human beings. The Quranic injunction, and lower to them the wing of humility out of mercy and say, My Lord, have mercy upon them as they brought me up, when I was small. Quran 17:24, underscores the virtue of humility in leadership, while the principle of accountability reminds leaders of their responsibility to govern with integrity and transparency, knowing that they will be called to account for their actions in the hereafter. Compassion and mercy. The Quran emphasizes the importance of compassion and mercy in Islamic leadership. Leaders are encouraged to emulate the example of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who is described as the mercy to the worlds. Quran 21:107. The Quranic injunction, so by mercy from Allah, O Muhammad, you were lenient with them. And if you had been rude in speech and harsh in heart, they would have disbanded from about you. Quran 3:159, highlights the transformative power of compassion and mercy in leadership, fostering unity, empathy, and goodwill among followers. Stewardship and accountability. Islamic leadership is viewed as a trust, amana, from Allah, and leaders are regarded as stewards entrusted with the responsibility of managing resources and governing in accordance with divine guidance. The Quranic injunction, indeed, Allah commands you to render trusts to whom they are due, and when you judge between people to judge with justice. Quran 4:58, emphasizes the principle of stewardship and accountability in leadership, reminding leaders of their duty to govern with integrity, honesty, and accountability. These principles derived from the Quran provide a comprehensive framework for Islamic leadership, guiding leaders to govern with justice, humility, compassion, and accountability, while upholding the principles of Tawhid and seeking divine guidance in their leadership practices. By adhering to these principles, Islamic leaders strive to create societies characterized by justice, equality, and compassion, in alignment with the teachings of Islam.